Welcome to the Permission Slip podcast, where I, empowerment coach, mindset expert, and holistic nutritionist Carmen share with you the tools, conversations, and resources you need to write your own permission slip, take massive action, and become obsessed with your own life. Let's get started. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Permission Slip podcast. I am so freaking excited today because I have something super special for you. This is a compilation of a variety of different coaching talks that I gave on Instagram Live last week. There is going to be something here for everyone. You're going to take away so many nuggets. I'm so excited for you to tune in. Okay, let me just give you a rundown. And then if you hit the show notes, you can look for the full rundown of like starting and stopping points. And so if there's something that I talk about right now that you're really interested in, you can go directly to there. You don't have to listen to all the other stuff. You can just go right to the one that you want to hear. So the first thing I start with is I share a little bit about my gifts and what my gifts are. And if you're uncertain of what your gifts are, that might be a good spot for you to start. And then I go into the number one thing that is keeping you from your next level success. And guess what? It happens to do with your success right now. So you want to dive into that. If you keep bumping up against like your upper limit, dive into that section. The next section, I talk about this idea of micro moments. You know, we all have these aha moments and these breakthroughs and these synchronicities and these miracles that happen in our life. And they seem like they're going to be life-changing. But you know what? The magic and actually the growth and the transformation is really happening in the micro moments. So juicy. Okay. And then up next, we talk about being busy or living and working on purpose for purpose and what the difference is. And how there's a quote from James Clear that I share that starts off talking about don't confuse things that are hard with things that are valuable. Yeah. So if you're someone that is busy all the time and you just can't seem to get to the things that you say are a priority to you, maybe you want to dive into that section. Now, section number 4, this is just this idea of when our energy gets frantic and chaotic, I give you a practice that I use to clear my energy because realistically, there's this sense of well-being that streams through us all the time and it's always within us and around us, guiding us and supporting us. But we're resisting it often. We block it instead of allowing it to flow through us. And I give you my practice that I use in order to get that energy flowing again and get back in the flow of my life. And then lastly, I share with you how we can start, instead of playing defense in our life, how we can actually start playing offense. Playing offense feels so good, and it's expecting good from life versus always expecting for the other shoe to drop, versus always thinking about what is the worst that can happen. So that's what the compilation is. And you'll probably hear me say about 468 times that if you're interested in joining the movement to be the one to show the world how truly great life can be, and we're doing that all through Flow Academy, then I want you to DM me the word flow and we can personally chat about it. So that's that. Now I'm going to let you dive in where I am first talking about my gifts, and then we talk about what's holding you back from success. Enjoy.
My gift, my superpower is really taking things that are complicated and making them simple and then giving them back to you and teaching them and sharing them in a way that you can put into action in your life that actually makes a difference in your life on the way that you are wanting to go. And so I got some guidance today. And so this message is going to be for you if you're a woman who's achieved like a level of success where you're feeling pretty good in life. So you're feeling pretty good in life, yet nothing's wrong. Like you can't pinpoint anything, but something seems wrong. Like everything seems to be wrong, but you've achieved a certain level of success and fulfillment in your life, but you're just no longer feeling like lit up by it. So this is for you. How do I know this? Because I'm over here raising my hand because I've had this feeling myself many of times, because what I want you to hear is as we go through life, we're not just meant to do one thing. Often we think we're going to get the job or start the business or have the career or have the family and do the thing. And then we realize after a while, like, we want something else to challenge us. We want something else to feel really, really good about. Hi, Melissa. So here's what I want you to know. Seasons of life change, and we're meant to too. Here's a really big message, and use the Ask Me Anything, and if there's questions in there, I'll check those out when I'm done chatting with you right before I get to my writing and end this video. So here's the message. So hear this. Your current level of success, so you're at a current level of success, that is probably the number one thing. No, I'm going to change that. Your current level of success is the thing that's holding you back from your next level success. Your current level of success is holding you back from your next level success. Because what happens is we get to this certain place where we get complacent. We're no longer challenging ourselves. We're quote unquote doing all the things, but we're not allowing them to fill our spirit. And when I mean like fill our spirit, I mean being intentional every day with the actions that we're choosing and being super clear on where we want to go in life. You see, because if we've achieved this level of success, we no longer have clarity for the big vision that we're going for. We're no longer having that good amount of pressure that we need and that challenge. And we're no longer connecting ourselves with the people and places and things that really challenge our thinking or up-level us, because we're at this level of success and we've built this identity for ourselves. So what if it was the idea of letting yourself go? Now, I don't mean that I want you to sit on the couch and eat bonbons and gain like 100 pounds all day long. What I'm saying is, what if you start letting small pieces of your identity slip away that you're so attached to, so that God could, the universe could bring something else new in for you? You see, there's no space. The other day I was coaching on, here is my formula that I teach in Flow Academy. That's really like the foundation to really getting to the next level in your life, your business, your health, and then showing up in such a big way to make a huge, massive impact with other people too, because we need other people, but make an impact in the world is this. You need to have clarity and vision on where you're going. And sometimes our thinking is too small. We say it's our dream, but it's actually a goal, a checklist item that we're already going to reach. And then we wonder why we're not feeling fulfilled. So you need to have clarity, and you need to get your butt into spaces to get in alignment with this high vibrational thought. These big thinkers, these thought leaders and change makers and heart-centered individuals that are just like you. Yes. So we need the clarity. We need the alignment. And then we have to anchor in. We have to anchor into our vision each and every day and start taking action from that place. You see, because if we're taking action from our place of success and identity that we've built today, we're just always going to keep doing the same things. And we're always going to want for something more. And when we want for something more, but we don't take action on it, guess what happens? Then we start making it mean something about ourselves, and we start making ourselves not worthy or not good enough. No more. Let's see. What did you say, Melissa? Oh, I love your comment. Feeling heart opening and also contracting. Ready for the next level of success. Need to fill my spirit. Yes. Needing to let myself go. And it's scary, right? I want to address that because it's scary and fearful, but you know that like this energy of fear and anxiousness and overwhelm is the same energy as excitement and enthusiasm. Physically, scientifically in our body, it's just the thoughts that we put behind it. That's why I'm talking about if you can get in the places and the spaces with the people to get the clarity and the alignment and anchor yourself into a bigger vision and start taking action each and every day, it's going to change that for you. And so if this message is resonating with you, I want to invite you to join me. I've started this movement of thought leaders, of change makers, and heart-centered individuals that are really showing up and being the one. So showing up like this in your full authenticity and light, merely just showing up by your presence, it illuminates other people. So I'm creating this movement of change makers and thought leaders to be the one to show the world how great life truly is, and know that while we can each individually be doing it our own way, that together we can do more. And I do that through my Flow Academy. So like I said, Flow Academy is
for leaders, coaches, and entrepreneurs who want to get to the next level, who know that by collaborating in community, because we're building a community here. Once you're in Flow Academy, you're in for as long as you want. I was about to say forever, but maybe you have a new season and you pivot, you never know, but you're in forever. And so it gives you opportunity to get coaching clients right away. It gives you opportunities to get speaking engagements. A couple of weeks ago, I held up a platform for one of the coaches that just graduated, and she did such an amazing job with her keynote. It was so amazing. So amazing. So anyway, the key message here, if you're just now joining, and please let me know if you have questions. Let me check for some questions. Nothing yet. But the key message here is the number one thing that's holding you back from success is your current level of success. That's what I want you to hear. And if you can start letting go yourself a little bit each day to your attachments, to how things have to be, to not investing in yourself, to your identity of this is how you show up, and really tapping in to your true authentic self, that's when things really shift for you, where you can get the clarity, the alignment, the anchoring, and the action. That's the roadmap right there. That's what we teach in Flow Academy. And so for all of you that watch this on the replay or that are joining now, hi ladies, thank you for joining. I just want you to know that it's available to you. And I'm inviting you to join me to be the one to show the world how truly great life is and make a huge impact, transform yourself, and then make a huge impact in the world once you do that. So join us, join the thought leaders, join the change makers, join the heart-centered leaders in doing that. If you're interested, DM me the word flow and I will personally reach out to you and we'll just have a little chit chat one-on-one. Is we don't change our lives in the flashes of breakthrough, in the flashes of aha, and the flashes of brilliance. We change our lives in the micro moments. The micro moments are what matter. Like this moment right here is a micro moment for me. Hi there, good morning. My name is Carmen. I'm the founder of Flow Academy, which is a holistic life coaching academy for leaders, coaches, and entrepreneurs who want to get to the next level in their life, business, health, or relationships. Or maybe you want to become a holistic life coach. You have that option too in Flow Academy. All the details are linked in my bio, but this guidance I'm sharing today is some of the things that we talk about in Flow Academy. So you pretty much learn it all. DM me the word flow if you want more information and I will send it to you, because we are having an early bird special right now that ends tomorrow. Enrollment for Flow Academy officially opens this Thursday, the 28th. So good morning, everybody that's joining us. Hi, Hannah. Okay, so let's get back to this word so I can get into my writing and keep my micro moments. So it wasn't the flash of brilliance and breakthrough and aha moment when I got a download of, Carmen, now is the time to write your book. Here is the idea. You need to talk about how intentional you are each day about not rushing, what that does for you, how that's changed your life, how that's changed your relationships, how you've seen so much more success in your business. Like this is like the aha breakthrough moment when I had that. But the epiphanies are not life altering. It's not those radical instances that happen in our life that change things. Permeating change happens, so substantial change happens. Change that can be sustained happens in the restructuring of our rituals, our routines, our habits, and our behaviors. AKA, just like what I said, the micro moments of life. So when I had the epiphany for the book, it was like, wow, I'm so excited, and you feel excited and you're so jazzed up. But then what happens often, and like we talked about yesterday, is the one thing that's keeping you from your next level of success is your current level of success, because all of us, we've gotten to this place where we have achieved this success, yet it's actually holding us back because we have the epiphany, we have the breakthrough, and we feel excited, but only for a little bit of time. We have to actually be intentional. And the breakthrough level change happens and starts to take shape, when each and every day you have these micro moments. Micro moments that lead up to the big dream and the big goal. And so it's being intentional with what you put in your body, being intentional with what you put in your mind, being intentional around limiting things. Maybe you need to consciously limit things. Maybe you need to lay something down or let something go, instead of allowing your current level of success or identity that you've built hold you back in order to get to the next thing. It's those decisions that you're making each and every day. And I find for myself the biggest decisions that I need to make are the times when I'm feeling tired. Sleep is really big to me, and I need to be very, very intentional about what micro moments I'm going to have and how I'm going to make choices that match up to my dreams, goals, and desires, versus hoping for another breakthrough moment. Because the breakthrough happens when you get on the other side of consistency in these micro moments. It's in the micro moments, these tiny increments of change in your day-to-day life, that actually make a difference. And so it's great to dream and vision and have a vision board. But if you're not actually reverse engineering it and saying like, okay, today, what are the actions and the choices that I need to make in order to reach that dream? So that's why I'm doing these. So ask me anything about this. If you have any questions, let me check. Because what I'm doing right now is showing up live for you around this time, 11 or 12 Eastern Standard, every day this week. Because right after, once I do this and once I share something, I feel so jazzed and pumped. That's a choice that I'm making. And then I'm going to write. I'm going to focus on writing my book for an hour. And then I feel good because I'm keeping my commitment of my big breakthrough, my big dream, my big vision that I got, that aha moment of that I'm meant to be writing a book right now, but I'm putting it into action every day with these tiny increments. So this is what I have for you today. So what question do you have on how do you keep your commitments to yourself? Let me give you this while you're thinking of your questions, because it's like if you could break it down to the tiny choices of, does this decision get me further or closer to my big dream, my big vision? Or maybe asking yourself, do my actions right now in this moment match my aspirations? You just have to check yourself. Honestly, so many of us are just BSing ourselves, and we could be doing so much more. We could be making progress so much faster. I just had a group together, and in 2 weeks, they far exceeded any goal that they ever thought was possible. Like, they were thinking it was going to take them like 6 months to exceed these goals. And it was just so beautiful to see because they were intentional every day, micro moments. They needed to limit and let go of a few things so that they could focus in. And it was so beautiful. And the breakthrough wasn't like how much they did. It was that little moments every single day, building that confidence. So here's one last thing. I'll check again to see if there's any questions. Please ask your questions. Good morning, John. Okay, in this hand, so which one do you want? Which hand do you want to pick? This hand, you have $1 million. Good morning, Deanna. This hand, you have a penny. Which one are you going to pick? Now, let me add some context to it. This hand always stays the same. You get $1 million. But on this hand, over the course of 31 days, that penny actually doubles in value. Which one do you want? The one right now? This is what most people want. But what would happen if you picked the one where you had micro moments? Each day it doubled in value. Well, if it doubles in value, let me tell you how much you'd have if you picked the penny hand. It would be $10,737,418.24 fucking cents. So do you see where I'm getting at with this? Yeah. Hannah, your question is, as a people pleaser, how do you pull away from people in your life who are holding you back? You decide. Did I make that too simple? You just decide that you're going to do it. You're going to decide that they're not right for you right now, because here's the thing. Every relationship, like, we grow up thinking that all of our relationships we have to hold on to, but relationships are for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And we try to put everybody in the lifetime category, and it's just being okay with not having that relationship anymore, lessening that relationship, changing that relationship. You know, one thing that's not often talked about is what if in that relationship, instead of stopping it, you actually show up and be the one? This is the movement that I'm really starting with Flow Academy. It's being the one to show the world how truly great life can be. That's what we're doing in Flow Academy. We are showing up as a collective, a community of thought leaders and change makers and heart-centered individuals that can come together. When one's down, we'll lift the other up, but we can also be this driving force in the world to show the world how truly great life could be. So what if the conversation was, I'm going to spend less time with you because I'm focusing on this over here. I could use your support by this. That could be the conversation. But what if it was, hey, I really value your relationship, but something I'm working on for myself is to be more intentional and to have more depth and lead a richer life. Is that something you're interested in? Because I would love for our relationship to have that same type of intention. And I would love to no longer talk about complaining and blaming or whatever things, or just always go out for drinks. Whatever it is, like, try to up-level the relationship if it's a valuable relationship to you. So I hope that is helpful. If anybody else has any questions, please pop them in the chat box. John, do you really want to... Isn't this cute? I got this in, oh, John, I wanted to see you. I got this in Tulum when I was on my book writing trip. It has a little hand and it broke off. It says, I am open to. So cute. Okay, so let me tell you this again. The epiphanies, the breakthrough, the aha moments that we have, those are not necessarily the things that are life altering. That is the moment. That is the moment where God comes in and plants something new in us. We feel the nudge. We feel the calling. We get the goosebumps. The thing happens. We experience a miracle, like A Course in Miracles says. A Course in Miracles says a miracle is simply just a shift in your perception. And so you experience the miracle, but that's not the moment that it happens for us. It's not those radical moments that give us long-lasting, sustainable, permeating change and growth that we really desire in our life. It's the restructuring of our rituals, routines, habits, and thoughts, environment, and relationships. We'll put that one in there, Hannah, because we don't change in those flashes of brilliance. We change in the micro moments, the tiny day-to-day decisions that you make. What if we focus more on the tiny day-to-day decisions? Yeah, we have our big vision out there and we fill ourselves up with it in the morning and we vision it, and then we go, okay, my day-to-day decisions are going to be aligned with that. So we get the clarity on the vision, we align ourselves, and then we anchor ourselves to each and every moment on the day-to-day decisions by taking action that would match that. So that's it. And remember, if you forget about that, like, do you want $1 million in this hand or 1 penny in this hand? But the 1 penny intentionally has a micro moment each and every day where it doubles in value each and every day, and you end up with over 10 million. Every one of us is going for the 1 million right now, but really what you experience on that 31-day journey, or however long the journey is, that's the part of life that is so magical that we're missing out on. A channeled message that I got from the morning that was like, hey, this little God nudge saying, like, people need to hear about this. And here's a quote from James Clear that I want you to think about as we think about this idea of being busy or living life on purpose for purpose, and what our purpose is for being here. So do not confuse things are hard. Do not confuse things that are hard with things that are valuable. Many things in life are hard. Just because you're giving a great effort does not mean you're working towards a great result. Make sure the mountain is worth climbing. Do you hear that? Because not all good things are God things. So not all good things are great things. But because we can do them and we're good at them and we get accolades for them and we get the likes and the shares and the email response and whatever outcome it is that we're wanting to get, because we're getting that, we keep doing things and we keep going for things, but maybe that's not even our mountain to climb. Maybe that will only keep us on the hill, and our mountain is like way over here. It is way over here, and it is this big vision, but we're not getting there because we're not taking action in a way that's for purpose, on purpose, going towards our purpose. Because you don't find your purpose. Your purpose is uncovered once you take aligned action towards your big vision. Making sure that your big vision is aligned with being open-hearted and love and service, whatever that looks like for you. And then that's when your purpose meets you. Life meets you at your point of action. So today, the to-do for you is to think about, am I just doing busy work because this is what I've always done so I can check the list off? Or are these things that I'm working on and I'm putting my effort and energy and my enthusiasm and aliveness every day? Are they things that are actually moving the needle? Or am I just doing them because I've always done them? Am I just doing them because my nervous system likes to be in this go, 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 go state all the time? And to get that little accolade, that check mark, cross it off the list, it feels good to me. But we need to sit back. And so here's the formula. I shared this on day one. This is like the roadmap that I talk about in Flow Academy. So you have to create the space to be able to ask and listen and receive some guidance on your direction for your life. You know, inherently it's inside of you. Spirit is inside of you. Good morning, Haley. It's inside of you and you know what that is. But we get so distracted by all these things that are happening, busy, 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 and we're confusing being busy with being on purpose. So we want to ask, we want to create the space for something to come through. And then we want to align ourselves with the person, with our highest self. We want to align ourselves with God and our highest self so we can really anchor into the vision that we have. Now, this vision may not be totally clear, but if we anchor into a vision of greatness versus just getting on the treadmill of life and doing the same non-productive, busy shit every day, if we anchor in to this vision, after we ask and get aligned, we anchor into it, we can evoke these feelings in our body and it'll propel us to be able to take action. Isn't that beautiful? So you ask, you align, you anchor in, and then you take action. And when you take action, what happens when you take action is you're actually propelled forward and life keeps meeting you. More possibilities, more opportunities, more collaboration, more financial abundance, more health, deeper relationship, a more alive, rich life keeps happening because we're taking action and we're making choices in those micro moments like we talked about to be aligned and to be anchored and to take that action. And then, okay, I have seen this time and time again. I was writing about this morning, like what my purpose is right now in the world is to allow God to amplify my voice so you hear it, so it then amplifies your voice, and then together we can accelerate. We can accelerate being the one to show the world how truly great life is and accelerate what we want to do and what our vision is and what we're being called to do and uncovering that purpose that's already inside of us so that we don't have to sit back and be so focused on an outcome and then make it mean something about us when we're not getting this outcome, this busy work, this unproductive things that's not really leading us to our purpose. So that's what I have for you today. And I just want to give you the quote one more time that I started with. Do not confuse hard things with things that are valuable. Many things in life are hard. Just because you're giving a great effort does not mean you're working towards a great result. Not all good things are great things. Not all good things are God things. Make sure the mountain is worth climbing. So take some time, carve some space, do that first step. Remember the formula. Ask, align, anchor, action so that you can amplify and accelerate. Feels so good, right? Okay, if you're interested in more of this, let me know. DM me the word flow because I want you to join us. I want you to lock arms with me and other thought leaders and change makers and open-hearted individuals during Flow Academy for the next 18 weeks. So together we can use it as a catalyst to transform our own lives and then transform the lives of others. We're not going to talk about that. So changed my mind. I'm going to give you what I would do for myself in this moment because it's been such a day. Like all the energy has been so high vibe. Again, Flow Academy is filling up, and that is my holistic life and leadership coaching academy for leaders, coaches, and entrepreneurs who want to learn skills that I can teach them through life coaching so that they can then teach it to their teams, bring it to their businesses, bring it to their families, and maybe even become a certified life coach. So that's what Flow Academy is. If you're interested, DM me the word flow. and I'll send you more information, because now it opened today for enrollment, and now through the 1st you can get $500 off plus a bunch of bonuses. One of the bonuses is getting your Reiki level 1 attunement. And this is a huge bonus and something I'm going to just teach you a little bit right now. So if you're ready, the practice that we're going to do right now is sort of a self-Reiki practice. And so Reiki is really just working with this stream of well-being that runs through us. We can allow it or we can resist it, but it runs just the same. And it's this energy and this sense of aliveness, really connected with source and spirit. And it's this connection that's just so free flowing all the time. And it's always with us. But certain things happen, feelings happen, and we get jammed up in certain energy centers of our body called chakras. And so when you learn about Reiki, you use your hands, your palm chakras, and you just get attuned to the energy of spirit and source. And so you can guide yourself to clear any blocks, or you can help other people and guide them to clear their blocks. And for me, Reiki has brought me a new sense of peace, a new sense of connection to my inner wisdom, to divine. And so I just want to teach you this. It's going to be really simple, really easy. You're just going to want to sit with your feet flat, and you want to always have, anytime you do like a meditation, or if you're thinking about like clearing or running through your energy, you want your head, neck, and spine to be in alignment so things can just really, really flow. And I'll be looking at you some of the time, but you can do a light close of your eyes, and then I want you to go like this and just take a deep breath in. And now you're moving energy, right? You can feel that through your palms. So deep breath in and out. And then really just drop that in by placing your palms on your thighs. And just start taking 3 deep breaths here in this area. This is your root chakra. This is our grounding and our connection to earth. If you feel blocked here, you might feel disconnected from friends or family, or maybe even unsafe in your own body. And just like breathing that in. This is the color red, and sending all of your breath and energy to this area. Now that we've had 3 deep breaths, keeping your eyes closed in a relaxed state, make sure you're not having your shoulders up, pull them back and down, and move your hands just to your lower belly. Breathing in and breathing out. This is your sacral chakra. Imagine the color orange. This is where your sensuality, your creativity, abundance lives. And you might find some blockage here if you have a hard time expressing your feelings, relationship issues, problems with sexuality, money, or abundance in your life. Breathing in and breathing out. After we've done 3 breaths there, taking your palms and placing them right underneath your ribs. This is your solar plexus. Breathing in and breathing out. This is the color yellow, and this is where your sense of personal power and confidence is. And if you have issues here, then maybe you just feel like you're not good enough sometimes, or you allow doubt or your ego to kick in. Let's just take a few extra deep breaths here, just building that confidence and that power, letting go of the doubt, and just remembering who we are and our own significance. Now taking your hands and placing it over your heart space. This is the color green. Breathing in and breathing out. This is your chakra for compassion and being open to receive. That's where this lives. If you have difficulty receiving or connecting to yourself, this could be a little blocked here for you. Just breathing into your heart space here. Just allowing. Now placing your hands here on the sides of your neck. It's your throat chakra, the color light blue. It represents communication and speaking your authentic truth and speaking up for yourself. If you're having difficulty or not speaking up, you're worried about being judged, this could be a little blocked for you here right now. Just taking those palm chakras and breathing in and breathing out. Now take one hand palm up and place it on your thigh, and the other hand and place it on your third eye. This is the space in between your eyes, the color of indigo. This is where you trust your intuition and your inner knowing. Not only your ability to trust yourself, but others. Breathing in and breathing out. You might be blocked here if you're always relying on your own strength. If you feel like you're just like white knuckling it through every day, maybe you really need to clear this here and just remember that we're always guided and supported by a higher power. And now move both of your hands as we finish up to the top of your head, to your crown. Keep breathing, making sure your head and neck and spine is in alignment. Your feet are on the floor. This is your higher consciousness, your connection to truth. Just imagine a ring of golden light circling through your hands, through your palms, through your head, and imagine it moving down your body, through your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, all the way down to your toes, breathing in and breathing out. And with the next breath in, moving that light from your toes all the way up your body, all the way through your chakras to the top of your head, to your crown. And placing your hands down now, palms up on your thighs, taking another deep breath in. Relaxing, feeling more at peace, more calm, more clarity, more confidence. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So your palms might be a little warm right now, but I hope this practice was really rejuvenating for you, calming for you, peaceful for you. For me, because I was in that energy of just aliveness and excitement. I was just go, 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 which was wonderful. But I really wanted to bring back to my creativity. I want to be able to connect with my inner knowing and source. And so when I start my writing practice that I'm going to start now, I'm able to do that. And this is something that you can do with yourself anytime. And like I shared, if you want to learn more about Reiki, it's something that's completely changed my life over the last 4 or 5 years. My beautiful friend and Reiki master and intuitive, Danielle, is the one that leads everyone through the Flow Academy to get their Reiki level 1 attunement. And like I shared, if this seems powerful for you and you want more information about Flow Academy, shoot me a DM, just the word flow, and we'll set up a time to chat to see if it might be right for you so you can learn this beautiful practice of Reiki. Maybe it's just to help yourself like what I do, or help others as well. And what I want to talk to you about today is playing offense in your life versus always playing defense. And that's going to be an important thing, I think, that you can take away, a little nugget for today. And I've been doing this all week as a way to get me into alignment of energy and enthusiasm so that I can write my book and keep my consistency of writing every single day. I got out of practice of that since Tulum. So, and Daylene, you don't have to be a coach to join Flow Academy. There's many, many women that join that are not a coach because they get the skills and tools and resources that they need for themselves to transform themselves is the goal of Flow Academy. And then whatever business we're in, we can lead our teams better. We can have better relationships with our significant other, with our friends. We can dream bigger. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today is playing offense versus defense in your life. How often do you ever tell yourself the two things that I think are the worst to tell ourselves is what is the worst that can happen? And when you think about why you're doing something, you say, because I've always done it this way. And then you defend your position on why you're doing something a certain way. That's playing defense in your life. What is the worst that can happen? And you imagine that. Versus, what if you imagine what is the best that can happen and started to be expected, not have expectations, that's different, but starting to be expectant that good things are going to happen to you, that good things will happen to you, that miracles are natural, and when miracles are not happening, something has gone wrong. You have every reason to be anxious and overwhelmed if you're relying on a strength that's
that is your own instead of a strength that's greater than your own. And so what does it mean to play offense in your life? It means to have a miracle, which A Course in Miracles defines that as just a shift in your perception. So what if each day you renewed your mind to have a positive outlook, that good things were going to come to you, like an expectancy that good things were going to come to you. For example, I had a change in my schedule because Joel needs to do something at our condo this morning, and so I was headed to the store, and then I was going to make breakfast, and as I was driving, I could have been expected that there was going to be a traffic, that I wasn't going to have a good parking spot, because if you know me, living here in Miami Beach, we don't drive very often, we walk or ride our bikes, but a little bit of more of a time crunch, and I'm not a rusher. That's what my whole book is about, is not rushing. So I was expectant, like I gave thanks. Thank you for all the green lights. Thank you for not having any traffic. Thank you for, expectant that good things are going to happen. Expectant that when I went to check out at the grocery store that there was no lines. Declaring that done over your life, and then realizing if there's an opportunity when one of those things, good morning, Anastasia, when one of those things don't happen, then you sit back and you're like, what's here for me right now? Versus, I'm going to be so late. That's back to playing defense in your life. And we're talking about how can we play offense in your life and be expectant that good things are going to happen every day. So if something doesn't happen like you were thinking, yes, in that energy, if something doesn't happen like you were thinking, you just look around like, what's here for me right now? And be fully present in the moment. Do you see how that shifts things for you versus being in that chaotic state, that chaotic energy of what is the worst that can happen, and always playing defense in our life? When we're playing offense, we're showing up, and we're showing up big in our full energy, in our full aliveness. And that's really what the movement is that I'm creating is all about, is being the one to show the world how truly great life is, gaining the skills and the tools that you need within Flow Academy to transform your own life. And then it creates this beautiful ripple effect to all the people that are around you, all the people, the relationships that you have at work, the relationships that you have at home. And then you build this community of this collective of other women that you're connected to that are doing up-leveled shit, cool shit. They're influential, they're thought leaders, they're heart-centered, they're change makers, and you become part of that too. And that's what Flow Academy is all about. So today I encourage you on National Coffee Day to see and be aware. Remember, we're only a witness of our life. We're never a judge. So step back from being a judge and zoom out and zoom out and zoom out. And so what you want to do is just be aware when you're going down and you're playing defense, when you're projecting that, something bad is going to happen. Why not expect that good things are going to come to you? So I want to hear some questions today. Do you have any questions? Let me see. Let me pull this up. What kind of questions do you have on being in expectancy, which is different than expectations? You can place expectations on things, and that just steals your joy in the moment because you allow that path of discouragement to happen. If you missed it the other day, you can go back and watch all the lives that I've done. But the path of discouragement is a real slippery slope, and discouragement is something that we don't talk about often because often we let ourselves get discouraged and then we start doubting ourselves. And when we start doubting ourselves, we get in this state of despair, like, oh, woe's me, it's never going to happen. I should just give up and throw in the towel. And when we're in despair, what happens is that it's easy to point the finger at other people and blame other people. It's a lot harder to point the finger back onto ourselves. So anyway, all of this is stuff that we talk about in Flow Academy, but I think it's super cool to just show up and to be here with you. So I've been writing in these books that look like this. I randomly got them at Staples. I love handwriting my book. It's really about unraveling the rush in your life to find freedom. And I just want to read this to you. And then if you don't have any questions, I'll send you off on your day. But today, just be aware when your thoughts are going to playing defense and see how you can start playing more offense in your life, expecting that good things are going to happen. And if something doesn't happen like you were thinking, you just sit and be like, what's here for me right now? And excited that there's something for you to discover in that moment. Because you never know, a new opportunity can come, a new blessing can come, a new connection can come, just a mini miracle, right? It's shifting your perception. So let me read you this. I wrote it back in Tulum on August 1st. Blessings stack up when you fully surrender.
Get your ass aligned daily and stay in patient action without an attachment or attempt to control the situation or the outcome. I'm in awe of God and life right now. Life's challenges are almost like the spirit detox we need to be renewed, mind, body, and spirit. And if we surrender and stay in action by way of gratitude and hope and inspiration, it's the unknown that stops most people. It's the deep sense of unworthiness that puts people in the posture of getting ready to get ready. How many people have been in the get ready to get ready and never starting or taking action on anything? Knowing that trusting that we're always supported, guided, and loved is easier said than done. But what the heck? Why not try out believing that? Because when you do, life will begin to meet you at your point of action, and signs and synchronicities and blessings and miracles will begin to appear because you're no longer looking down, sad about the past, or looking all around, anxious and worried about the future. You're looking up, present, and experiencing life. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're expecting all good